Hi, how's it going? How are you? Figured I'd take a little bit of time out of my busy day because I've got my kit that I want to talk about. And when I say kit, I'm referring to like my gear. I've got a setup that works year-round, packs light, keeps me dry, keeps me warm, keeps me cool-ish. I don't know, I just wanted to share it. I know there's lots of people that have really good setups and probably way better gear than mine. Where I'm at, not really all that cold. But it's cold enough that people shy away from being on motorcycles. Some people anyway. I'm on this because it's pretty much all I got. If I go anywhere, point A to point B, I'm gonna be on this thing. I'm fine with that, I love it. That means I have to be prepared no matter what, because of course rain happens. It's winter here. Well, beginning of winter. And we have mild winters where I'm at. There's no snow or anything like that, thank God. So I'm actually afforded the opportunity to ride year round, which is swell. But you gotta have good gear or you'll be freezing your ass off and it won't be very comfortable or fun. Maybe the last week it's been about mid-30s, high 30s in the mornings. Maybe a little lower than that. Midday 50s, 40s. If you don't know, it's real easy to not know. I mean, everything looks the same. There's just a random generic concrete layout with fast food pasted in here and there. But I'm in the great state of Louisiana. I know I'm jealous too, or I would be if I weren't me. Florida. What the fuck am I talking about? Oh yeah, I remember now. Here in Louisiana, it's cold in the mornings in the winter. Midday, depending on how much sun we get, it could be really cold to me, or it could be warm, mild like it is today. Yeah, jacket unzipped, just t-shirt weather. But it does tend to get a bit cold, and if you're not prepared, it sucks. Now, I don't travel all that far. 30 minutes is about the duration of my primary commute, the drive that I have to take no matter what, barring any crazy shit. I did kind of, dick around a little bit and go to a friend last week before last. Middle of the night, dark, got really cold. I think it was mid-30s, low 30s that night, and it was about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive, and it was not fun. I had my jacket tear, another undergarment that I was using before that failed, and that was no bueno. And I'll explain the whole jacket failing thing. There's a reason why I have multiple jackets that I wear at the same time. Gear is very important always, no matter the endeavor. I'm gonna share with you stuff that I have. It's good stuff. It's cheap stuff. Have it on me all the time. That way, excluding a few garments, I'm ready. Basically any time of the day, no matter what weather strikes, while I'm on my bike, which is good because I'm always on it. Well, would you look at that? Perfectly on display, one of my gripes about my gear that I love, but hey, sometimes I definitely can't have it all. Got my Jeeps going. I need gas, amongst other things. Oh, other way. Just go this way. Make a little U-turn here. It's fine. Overton Street. What the? Gotta love GPS. Can I even go right here? Is that a thing? This is one way? Alright, I'm going left. What are you doing there, buddy? I swear, this is the second occurrence of a bad driver that I've experienced today. And I'm gonna have to watch out. Turn this camera on, it starts going down. I've had 2 incidences. I mean, I wouldn't really call them incidents. It's just people driving poorly in front of me. Whatever. Perfectly fine. Look, number 3. This mofo was on his phone or something when people are trying to kill me. Watch out for this guy. He looks suspicious. Watch out for these guys. They look suspicious. It's kind of what you gotta do, huh? Be always on alert. There's that one moment you're not. BAM! I don't really want to go anywhere unless I'm on this or a similar vehicle. And I don't care what the temperature is. I don't care if it's cold, if it's raining. I'll do rain. One thing I won't do is fog. Fog is some dangerous. Rain is too. I mean, anything that limits your visibility and or traction and or other people's visibility and or traction, especially when they're like that guy right there, just on a cell phone doing whatever. I'm going to be riding unless I deem it unsafe whenever I pull out of my garage in the morning. If I go towards the highway, it doesn't look cool, I won't proceed. Simple as that. But if I can do it, then I'm going to do it. Definitely going to do it. Because I'm just a boy trying to get by in this hard, tough, cold world out here. Like a gun savage, like a maniac. Let's go. I don't care. Let's do it. We'll have a beautiful time. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's fucking do it. Okay. Hasta luego, mofos. Bye. Look at this beauty here. He's got radio, he's got lights, he's got fancy chrome. I gotta get over there fast because I want to look at his bike. He's gonna leave when the light turns red. I mean green. Look at that. That's getting awesome, bro. How's it going? I like that. Alright. Here's all my stuff. All my rain stuff, winter stuff. General, always have on me stuff in that backpack. This isn't going to be an in-depth review of each particular item, just overall function, price, I don't know, key features. I don't have this laid out just for the video. I have it laid out because it was raining last night and like I completely forgot about the weather, didn't expect it. So it's a good thing I had this always on me. Now I was able to pull everything out, get it on within minutes, and be on my way, no problem. With the exception of the rain boot things, I didn't use those last night. I just kind of went with these. Typically, I would have all this rain stuff when A, not in season, B, just not in a bout of rainy weather. I'm stashing that right there. That's a dry bag that I got, 20 bucks, I think. 20 liter, and this is the more durable version. They have a thinner one that's more akin to this kind of material, perhaps a bit stronger, but it's good stuff. I keep this in lieu of having a waterproof backpack because that's the backpack that I have. I like it. A lot of the reviews that I've read for the supposed waterproof backpacks, a lot of people say they aren't, or they'll leak, or there's failures. I'd rather not spend $100, $200, $300 on a supposed waterproof backpack for it to not be okay when I can spend $20 on this. And when I don't have everything stashed in here and it starts raining, I just take everything that I don't want to get wet and put it down in there. Otherwise, I have all the rain gear in here. Now these are the pants, 20 bucks, got them in Academy. Slide right on over my boots, knee pads. Pack up really well, almost no space, and don't keep it in my backpack.
These Dainese, I'm not sure how to say that. I've heard a couple different pronunciations on different channels, and these are really good though. Slide right over the boots. May want to be cautious with sizing. People were complaining about that in the comments. I got these basically true to size with the size chart. I ordered 9.5. Slides over nicely, fits snug. Gripes about them: the zipper, while it functions and hasn't failed yet, you can't rely on that and this little zipper to keep them on your feet because they have a tendency to slide down. You have to adjust it while riding, and that's not fun. So what I do, I don't even use this mechanism here. Pain from the zipper, I don't need that. It like this would probably fail anyway. Okay, that's why I don't use those. Instead, I get one of these bungee cords. I buy like a little plastic container full of them. And I take the hooks off. Oh man, there it is. Take one of these, right around there, tie a knot, and it keeps them up in place and keeps the rain out. And typically I'll put that underneath the rain pants, but I've left it over, just being lazy, and it worked out fine. I got these for I think $27 on Revzilla. Now I chose these because a lot of the other reviews for the competitor boot covers, people would say that they had holes in the bottom from stepping on things and holes in the top from the gear shifters and various levers, and maybe wear from across, but these have protection from that, slightly more durable there. I like them. I'm careful how I step in them. Like I stay up and down, I don't provide any abrasion. These are solid, I've used them a lot. You can see my boot prints on the bottom of them. Kept me dry. And when it's really, really cold, like frigid cold, like say down in the 20s, whenever I'm going to work or something, then I can slip these on and it keeps the wind out. So that's another way for wind to not get in. That's kind of how this whole kit works, is just wind protection. Now the jacket that I use this in the summer. It gets quite hot, of course, you're gonna sweat, but it's mesh, so there's airflow. That's great for the summer, but winter or even any type of cold weather or chilly weather, you're not going to want to just have that. It comes with this liner. This liner sucks. It's really short, like comes up to here, the jacket's down here, and as you can see, this stuff just tore right out. This is the only thing that secures it in the sleeves there, when it's in place. So whenever you pull it off, if you have it connected in, then it just tears and fails. It doesn't seem to be all that durable, and it doesn't work all that well for wind because of it being so short. Rides up a bit already. So I just leave that. In lieu of that, I use this Frog Talk thing. Now I was using the cheaper ones. You can get the entire kits for I think 20 or 40 bucks. I don't recommend getting that. This is the Bullfrog jacket. I got it from Academy, I think $35. It's more durable. It's got really good zippers. The Magellan jacket zippers failed on me, so I didn't use that jacket any more than the one time. I bought a couple of the other Frog Talk jackets. I found they weren't durable enough. Switched over to this. This one's solid. I'll wear this underneath this Merlin jacket. I'm not even going to include the price for this. It's an expensive jacket. It doesn't matter about what kind of jacket, as long as you have a jacket, mesh jacket. You can use that during the summer and transition it over to a winter jacket. Wear this underneath that. Over, this is my insulation layer. I got this at Old Navy for like $35, I think it was on sale. But any sort of item like this, I've used a hoodie, anything else. I have a thermal shirt that I put on that's really cold too. This packs light enough, and the on and off, as far as putting it on and off underneath all the other garments, it's fine. No problem there. I know this seems like a lot of stuff, but whenever you're riding and it's cold, it's all on you, or it's packed up in your backpack if you're one of those guys like me likes to be prepared. This is like almost as light as you can get it while being functional. And this will take you down to, 20s, 30s. Now 20s is probably the limit of it, maybe. As long as you cinch everything up properly and keep the wind from coming in. These gloves, another integral part of the setup here. Dyneese as well. I got them for $114 on Revzilla. They were on sale. I've tried them in really heavy rain. I've tried them in really cold weather, in both together, and they've held up well. The only thing that's been bad with them or problematic is the liner. It's not something that separates from the glove, but there is a little bit of play in betwixt the two. So whenever you pull it off, it shifts a bit, and the pinky's hard to get on. You can avoid that by just pinching the pinky and the other fingers when you're pulling it off. Keeps the liner in place. It's not too big of an issue anyway. It's easy to fix. I haven't been able to not get them on. I haven't had to resort to pushing anything in there. I have a tear in the liner in this glove. I've noticed it, but I basically just worked around it. It hasn't been a problem. I could stitch it if I wanted to. But the cuffs are fine with these. They fit over the jacket, and whenever I have this on the outside, it's even easier to fit underneath the cuff because it's all buttoned up a bit nicer than this is, with the flare there and that zipper that I can never get all the way down, and the other bulk. Goes over, keeps everything warm, keeps the wind out. These are great gloves. I didn't want to spend a lot on gloves. There were some other gloves I would have loved to have had, but didn't really have the cash for it at the time. These are solid. If I've forgotten anything. During the cold season, or if there's just a lot of rainy weather, I'll keep this out and in my backpack. I can pack it a bit tighter than that. For the sake of this, it doesn't really matter. Just put that down in there. And I keep my summer gloves in the bag just in case it gets hot like I did the other day. I'm in Louisiana, so you never really know what it's gonna do. You gotta be prepared. So I would just keep all this stuff under my net here. And this is how I would transport it. Pretty much on the daily. And it would be packed a bit tighter because I would take the time to make it such. I would take that off, of course, whenever I went somewhere because I want people to steal it. And I can strap it onto the outside of my backpack there. It's not a problem. I'll even stuff this inside of the backpack, especially whenever the contents are varied and it's packed smaller. It's easier to get inside of there. That's about it. That'll keep you warm, keep you dry. It's not entirely cheap. You can get cheaper gloves than this. The only reason why I spent $114 on these is because I wanted a pair of good riding gloves for the winter, because I've been, like, this is all I got for transportation. I have to be able to stay warm. But you can get a cheaper option for this, and it would allow you to, like, $35 for the jacket. You can get the boot covers. You get different ones for $25. If you pushed it, you could do it all easily for under $100. Because I bought glove liners and stuff I've worked with, but these are really good. Excluding gloves, you could do it all for under $100. And if you were really a good shopper, a better shopper than me, you could probably find something that's a lot cheaper than this. There's probably like a $25 alternative on Revzilla for that. That's about enough of my babbling. I just want anyone that wants to be able to ride year-round, or if they have to, like me, and get shit done. Yep. There are a few things that I would like to clarify / expound upon about my current gear setup that I seem to want to, profess as this end-all be-all gear that you can use all the time, no matter what, but that's not quite what I'm trying to present here. This is a finite setup in a finite reality. This is meant for short commutes, 30 minutes, hour tops, hour and a half pushing it, if you want to not be completely hating your life at the moment.
2 hours, probably way too much. I've done it. Didn't work out. You have to make sure you have everything buttoned up. You can't have any air leaks. You can't have any garments missing. And you can't be going too far. This is just a guy that spent money on summer gear and didn't have the money to buy winter gear. So I made do. And it's worked out. This isn't like full-fledged winter gear. If you're somewhere that's not Louisiana or a similar climate, then it's not going to work. And I'm probably going to find myself, identifying things, improvements I need to make, and I'll probably be making them throughout the season. However, I know typically the sort of depths or lows that we have in the winters here, so I know what I need to expect. So I believe that this will be solid. Don't go far. Don't travel at night. That's the main thing. You can wake up in the coldest temperatures that are presented for the day at the beginning of the 24-hour cycle, and it'll be fine because the sun's coming up. Things are warming up on the planet Earth. Whenever it's nighttime, things are getting colder and colder and colder the further you progress throughout the whole, moon, sun cycle thingy that happens every day. So nighttime's no bueno. It's no man's land. It's not a good time to be traveling anyway, because say you were to get in a wreck or something like that. You're stranded. You could get in water easily, especially here where I'm at. And even if you didn't, if you're, geared like a squid or something, then you could possibly become hypothermic. Very easily. So stick to the sun, stick to short commutes. Make sure you're not missing any garments. Oh, I almost forgot. 1 second. Time out. Put my jacket here. And this is very important. This is you can't leave home without it in cold weather as far as I'm concerned. And this is this neck thingy here. I don't know what it looks like or how good the lighting is. Probably just looks like I'm holding a rack, but this fits over your head. It's like I think it's referred to as baklava or something like that on the label. But you fit it over your head, you can wear it various ways, and it just keeps this warm around here and keeps air from coming in, because air will come up into your helmet, and that's not good. Other than that, this helmet's great for winter. The visor is probably the only thing that you got to worry about, because it fogs up whenever it's really cold and your warm breath pushing upwards on the glass. So I don't know, open the visor, wipe it out, do what I can. Anywho, bye.